For centuries, Sparta has been remembered as the ultimate symbol of strength, discipline, and military dominance. A society built entirely around war. A people trained from childhood to fight and never retreat. And yet, Sparta was defeated. Not by superior numbers, not by better warriors, and not by brute force. Sparta was defeated by knowledge, by geography, and by betrayal. This is the story of how the Persian Empire outsmarted the most feared army in the ancient world, and how one man's decision changed the course of history forever. By the early 5th century BCE, Sparta was unmatched on land. Every Spartan male lived as a soldier. Training was brutal. Discipline was absolute. Fear was engineered out of them. When Persia began its expansion into Greece, most city-states knew one thing. If anyone could stop the Persian army, it was Sparta. The Persians had numbers, they had wealth, they had the largest empire the world had ever seen. But what they didn't have was Spartan discipline. At least, that's what the Greeks believed. In 480 BCE, the Persian king Xerxes marched into Greece with an enormous force. Sparta, led by King Leonidas, chose to make a stand at Thermopylae, a narrow mountain pass where Persia's numerical advantage would be useless. For days, the Spartans held the line. Persian attacks failed again and again. Elite units were slaughtered. Morale began to crack. To the world watching, it looked like the impossible was happening. Sparta was winning. But Thermopylae had a weakness, a narrow mountain path that bypassed the pass entirely. And someone knew about it. His name was Ephialtes of Trachis. He was not a Persian agent. He was not a general. He was not a warrior. He was a local Greek. Ephialtes approached the Persians and revealed the secret mountain path, a route that would allow Xerxes' army to attack the Spartans from behind. Why did he do it? Ancient sources suggest greed. Others suggest resentment. Some say he expected power or reward. Whatever his motive, the result was catastrophic. Persian forces marched through the night, and by morning, the Spartans were surrounded. Leonidas dismissed most of the Greek army. He stayed behind with his 300 Spartans, fully aware of what was coming. They fought to the last man, and Thermopylae became legend. But strategically, Sparta had lost. Persia did not defeat Sparta through strength. It defeated Sparta through intelligence. Xerxes understood something critical. Wars are not won only on battlefields. They are won with information, with logistics, with understanding terrain, and human weakness. The Persian Empire excelled at this. They studied their enemies. They exploited divisions. They used diplomacy, bribery, and local knowledge as weapons. Thermopylae was not an accident. It was strategy. Ephialtes became a symbol of betrayal. His name became synonymous with treachery in Greek culture. Ironically, he never received the reward he expected. He lived in exile, and eventually he was killed. Sparta, meanwhile, was immortalized. History remembers the heroism, but often forgets the lesson. Sparta did not fall because its warriors were weak. It fell because even the strongest society can be undone when it underestimates information and overestimates force. The fall of Sparta at Thermopylae teaches us something timeless. Power alone is never enough. Strength alone is never enough. Discipline alone is never enough. Knowledge changes history, and betrayal, even by a single individual, can reshape the world. Empires don't always collapse from outside pressure. Sometimes they fall because someone opens the door. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden side of ancient history, subscribe to Ancient History Secrets for more stories the textbooks rarely explain. History is full of mysteries, and we're just getting started.